Good morning. It's good to have you coming back to us for Connection Cafe. We're delighted that you are here. Well, it's another week that has come and gone. Some of you have been asking what is the plan next, because we had initially said that April 30th we would reassess, and so please do look toward the end of the week for our new plan. We are in the process of figuring out what comes next, and as we always say, our most important thing is to keep all of us healthy and well and safe. Let me turn it over to my colleagues here and see what kind of weeks you all had or anything that's on your mind.
Yeah, a couple of cool things that were happening this week as a part of the church. Our PACT team, leaders, many of them were a part of a training that PACT held around fundraising and investment and the work of social justice here in Miami. So I want to give a thumbs up to PACT for them and their great work and how they engaged team leaders in our congregation around that. And I'm looking forward to seeing our middle school, high school, and young adults after our Connection Cafe today for a time of checking in as well.
We had to reschedule our pilgrimage to the Camino de Santiago in Spain. It was going to take place this July. We have moved it to July of 2021. We have 10 people who are going, even they've all gone ahead and postponed their trip with us. So we have 3 rooms left. If anyone would like to start planning 2021 to go with Pastor Lori and myself to Spain, that would be wonderful. And we also postponed Vacation Bible Camp. So it's the first time in decades that we will not be having a Vacation Bible Camp here at this church. We just don't have the time to prep the camp for all the kids while we're social distancing. But we will have the Knights of North Castle, the one that we were going to have this year, we'll have it next June, also in 2021. We have been meeting on Sunday school with our children every week, and we've been singing and praying and talking about lizards and all kinds of things today. Lizards that we met on the road to Emmaus. That was interesting. And then we're also going to have a sacrament class for children in kindergarten, first and second grade for the month of May. We will be having that class on Sunday mornings for those children. A special class just about the 2 sacraments, about baptism and Holy Communion. So those are things coming up. We also have, I'm going to have to leave in a little bit, we have our board meeting for spiritual formation at 12:30 today.
As you can tell, we are trying to keep on keeping on, and I know most of you know this by now, but there are morning devotions each weekday morning at around 9 o'clock a.m. And Lisa Lasore is leading through WISE 2 offerings, as a matter of fact, beginning this week, one Tuesday evenings at 7, and for some of you who are home during the day with your kids while they're online with their school, you can step aside maybe in a quiet space and go online and talk about the challenges of being a parent these days, trying to keep it all together in your quarantine. I would also encourage any of you who have any questions or thoughts or reflections to stay in touch with all of us. And I am so grateful for those who submitted things today for my sermon, my morning message. And those of you who did not hear your things, know that it will be in Lori's lines this coming week. As always, Elena Corrales, our incredible Director of Communications, is right beyond us here with her mic in hand, and she's ready to let us know who of you are saying hi. So, Elena?
Hi, everyone. You can actually see me today. A few people were asking how to speak in our program. So just so you know, it's just my voice. You couldn't see me before, but here I am. I'm the one who's speaking. So we have messages already. The first one comes from Paul. He says, Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
Buenos
Paul.
dias.
I think it's Deborah Paris says, good morning, everyone. That was a lovely service. The reflections were beautiful and so moving.
Hey,
Hey,
Deb.
Deb.
Nice to have you.
We have Jeff McNabb says, good morning. Thank you for today's service.
Hey, Jeff.
Hi, Zilkia Marie.
Marie.
Suli says, good morning. Enjoyed the service and music very much. Thank you all.
Hey, Suli. Hey, Phil.
Nick Osterman is here and he's saying, go packed, and hi, Elena, and hi, everybody.
Go Pack indeed.
Marco Bradley said, hello, you three. Thank you for all you do.
Thanks, Margot. Nice to hear from you.
Janet Copeland says, Tom and Janet here enjoying our coffee and Irish soda bread. We miss you all.
Oh, that sounds good, doesn't it?
We miss the Irish soda bread.
Yes, we do. Feel free to drop some by.
John Carson says, good morning, Lori, Megan, and Aaron. What a beautiful morning.
John, I'm so glad you found us. He couldn't find us initially, so
Oh, good.
I'm glad he's with us. from
Hi,
St.
John.
Pete.
Jill Beach says, I especially enjoyed the Gospel According to Mary Oliver adult study classes. I noted how both the call to worship and in Lori's message, the reminder to pay attention, be astonished, and tell about it.
Excellent, Jill. And I know you had the book Devotions, and I hope that you will fall in love with her as much as I have.
Dorothy Thorburn said it was such a moving service that brought a few tears.
Hey, Dor. Hey, Paul.
Good morning, Dorothy.
Malcolm Davis says, hi, everyone.
Hey, Malcolm. Hey, Petra. We wish you could be here to take pictures, but there's nothing to take pictures of, Mal, so it's nice to hear from you.
Sylvia Mendoza says, good morning from Sylvia, Yvonne, and Alexis. Thank you for keeping us connected.
Good morning, family.
And we have Chancy Martinez Colon says, good morning. I really enjoy your live videos. Greetings from Newport Richey, Florida.
Hey.
Hello, on the
Hi.
other side.
Chancey, I believe, is a member in discernment, seeking ministry in the United Church of Christ here in Florida. So
Terrific to have you
I met
with us.
Chancey at the annual gathering
in
in
Naples.
Orlando.
Um,
Yeah.
Gisela Vega says, good morning, Gables UCC Familia. Pastor Lori, thanks for sharing such beautiful images and words as usual. We send virtual hugs, Madeira and Gisela.
Hey, Gisela. As many of you know, Gisela is our moderator, and the reason I'm mentioning this is every single week our church council, our executive council, is meeting by Zoom just so we stay in touch and can keep planning for the church. And this week we have a wider council meeting where everyone, the pastors, all the pastors and the chairs of the various boards and our covenant ministries all come together. So we're still thinking ahead and being the church.
Jillian Smith says, hello to you all from Lakeland. Question to each of you based on the sermon. Which non-essential service are you missing the most right now?
I have an answer.
Go for it.
Should I go? My Starbucks. It is incredible, and I have points ready to be redeemed, and I'm so worried that they're going to expire, but it's kind of my Starbucks, and the Starbucks I go to is kind of like my Cheers, because I go there and they not only know my name, but they know my order, and it's so comforting, usually. I'm afraid I'm going to go back, and they're not going to recognize me because of what I aforementioned in my sermon, my hair and everything, but they'll forget my order, so that's what I'm missing. You all?
I would say, I mean, I love Uber Eats. You know, it's great to be able to take out, but there's something special about going to a restaurant, sitting down with a friend and having a meal together. So definitely missing that. I feel like that is essential, but I understand why we can't do it. So.
I don't really feel like I'm missing a whole lot of non-essential things. I'm trying to be kind of content where I am. I am grateful for family and food and a place to live, and we do go shopping like once a week. We plan our meals out, so there's nothing that I really need. I walk my dog and get exercise and all that, and just trying to relax into physical distancing. So I did, the one thing that I would miss horribly is reading. So I did read Ethan Frome, which I hadn't read in like forever. I don't even know if that was high school or college or wherever, by Edith Wharton. I recommend it highly. It's just beautifully, beautifully written. A little bit sad, but beautifully written. So don't take away my books, that's all.
And of course, I would say we all miss you guys.
Yeah.
We really, really do miss every one of you. But you are essential, so.
We have a message from Margaret Mills. It says, thanks, dear Lori, for your prayer for Aunt Grace. Sure good to worship with you.
Margaret, so nice to have you with us. I assume you've already done your service for today. Margaret's a dear friend of mine from the Cleveland area, and we kind of grew up together in ministry, and she led the way and is pastor of a lovely church in Ohio these days.
William Hoff says, good morning, new to the Connection Cafe. What a great way to continue the day after a lovely service. God bless all of you.
Hi, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
I'm going to have to excuse myself to go to my board meeting, but it's wonderful to spend this morning with you all. God bless you. Have a wonderful week. Thank you.
Thanks, Megan.
We just have a couple more messages. Nick says you can still get Starbucks through the drive-thru, Pastor Lori.
I know. I'm still a little worried about some of that. I'm sure I will lean into it eventually, but I've been just a little concerned about venturing too far out into the world.
What is your Starbucks order, Lori?
All right, it is a grande, non-fat cappuccino with 2 stevias. Actually, I had just moved to 1 stevia, but I think when I go back, it's going to have to be 2 stevias again.
Sarah and Robert Platts say, thanks for worship this morning. We love seeing you.
It's always good to hear from you, Robert and Sarah.
And Jose L. Tuzet Sanchez says, good morning. So nice to see y'all.
Jose, it's so
morning,
nice
Jose.
to hear from you. You join the church and then you don't get to come for weeks on end, but it's lovely to have you with us this way.
Sorry for mispronouncing any names, by the way. John Carson says, would love to give you guys all a huge hug when it's safe.
Likewise. Yeah. But for right now, it's
Virtual
kind of
hug.
these, virtual hugs.
And I think our last message is from Raul Hernandez. He says, thank you, all of you, for the hopeful resurrection service. I can only imagine the tremendous amount of dedication and loving effort you put into weaving so many reflections and images in Pastor Lori's sermon for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Roland, and love to your family. And as we close now, love to all of you. We keep all of you in our prayers. We still meet by Zoom as a staff each Tuesday morning, and you all are on our hearts and in our minds. And we pray for all of you and the safety and health of everyone, and that day when we can return and hopefully return, as Bill said in his reflection to me, that we will be stronger and filled with renewed love for one another, and I would add, for God. Anything else?
No, just keeping you all in my thoughts and prayers, and I know you are keeping us in yours as well. So, till we meet again,
Till we meet again, my
as the
friends.
hymn said, we look forward to seeing you all. Love and blessings.
Bye-bye.